Ashley, the background is weird here because like I'm in a hotel room, as has happened before. My bed is very messy and covered in luggage. I've got a boy in a bathrobe over there.
Hey, babe. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Kisses.
Ashley says hello. Kisses, Judah. Judah and I are in far too nice a hotel, Ashley. You ever been in a place where you realize you probably don't belong, actually?
Yeah. It was when Jana gave me her DVC points and I stayed at Kidani at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Yeah. It was there.
It's so funny.
I can tell you 100%.
I told Judah when we came in here, I said, man, you reacting to this hotel made me think of, I saw a reel the other day where this little boy, he was like 6, 7 years old, probably glasses, nerdy looking kid, sweet as could be, country as hell. And the text on the screen said, when your resort value kid goes to the Grand Floridian for breakfast, and it's like he's walking into the big open area where all the live gardens are and stuff, and he goes, "This is so nice," just like that, you know. It's like, yeah, that's sort of what we were like walking around. It's been a mess, y'all.
It's so beautiful.
The original unofficial fan podcast for Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles and the Lives of the Mayfair Witches. Welcome to the Coven, you butterscotch bitches.
You butterscotch bitches.
Okay, we have a little show to do tonight. We are the Articulate Coven. We're the original unofficial fan podcast for Anne Rice's Immortal Universe. And we are your hosts. I'm Joel.
I'm Ashley.
There we go. I got to pause my uploads. My internet here is crap at the conference. Okay. We are going to rank these episodes today,
I got
Ashley.
some shit at the very nice hotel.
Yeah, the nice hotels always have shitty internet.
It was like choosing my favorite children. This was really difficult for me.
I'm sort of surprised, but this internet is crap. Hang on just a second. I'm going to switch my internet. Hang on.
Okay.
What the hell?
How is it worse than when you're in bumfuck fucking Louisiana?
Right? You'd think. Okay, where's my iPad? There, I got a 5G connection. I'll put that shit on AT&T.
That's right. Use that fucking data.
Cellular hotspot. Come on, fool.
I love your stickers.
I've got so many cute ones.
Is one of them Nick?
That's Nick Harrison. That's Nick Harrison, yeah. And I got Kermit there. Yeah. I love my... Okay, hang on now. Failed to join the hotspot. Why did it fail to join the hotspot? Join the hotspot.
We do not have time or pleasure for this fuckery right now.
I know, right?
No, I'm in vacation mode hardcore. Like, my vacation started at 4:30 today. I'm going to Las Vegas this weekend, where it's going to be
so excited for you.
16 fucking degrees. Like, why am I going to Las Vegas in August?
I thought, I'm here literally because this is where the conference is and they paid me to come, but I did not choose to go to Arizona in the middle of the summer, Ashley. Judah went hiking today, though. It was 109 degrees outside when he went hiking.
That's a whole ass man over there. Hydrate, Judah, please. Your mother will be furious if you pass out tomorrow.
Are you okay? Okay, we are ranking these episodes, and I'm glad that you said it was a journey for you. I thought it was going to be like the gift of the Magi or something here as far as making my choices, but it really wasn't for me. I felt like it flowed very naturally, and the other thing that I want to preface all of this, Ashley, I think I speak for you too. There's not a single episode of this show that I think is a bad episode of TV.
100% absolutely not. I also discovered that I do think I have a preference for season 2.
Me too. If you now listen, there's 3 seasons and there are very highly ranked episodes in each of the seasons. There are a few low ranked episodes in each of the seasons. But season 2 is more in the middle and towards the top than season 3 or season 1. I was very surprised by that.
I kind of was too. So here's what I did. I took season by season, ranked them 1 through 7, 1 through 8. And then from those rankings, I then ranked them 1 through 22.
Wow. Okay, that's really interesting. I started with worst and first, basically. I was like, what are my favorite episodes? What are the episodes that I dislike the most?
I did that
and
within each
then
season. I did that within each season. 1 and 7, 1 and 8.
I think there are, first of all, who knows how long the conversation will last on each of these episodes. So we're going to quit beating around the bush and get right to it. I do have a little bit of feedback first. Let me share this with you. I got to put my glasses back on here. I realize I'm on a laptop screen, so I can't see it. Okay, Zenobia Frost. First of all, Zenobia, what a beautiful name. And you are not the only one in our group. But I am always surprised when I find a unique name in our group and our feedback. I'm always like, yeah, our people are so fucking cool. Zenobia said, Joel, I had to share that when I met Sam the other night, crying, heart, he had the cutest slip up. Okay, so Zenobia is one of the people that got to go see him in Doubt recently. Mm-hmm. Several of our members have now seen him performing Doubt in Australia. Zenobia said that she sent us some photos, but she followed up with this little tidbit, and I was like, can I share it? It's so cute. When I managed to squeak out that I was an Anne Rice fan, he said, "It's Friday, isn't it? San Diego. Have you heard the news yet?" And then they both realized they were on Aussie time and it hadn't been announced yet. So he clearly panicked for a second and then recouped, and she switched the subject on him and like everything was cool. But I thought, first of all, how lovely that Sam also has trouble with time zones.
Right. Oh my God. The math of it all.
I know, right? But also, how lovely that he is excited for this season. Our fan base is weird, y'all, and they know that. They knew that going into it. They have discovered it more as they go along.
Some of them are part of the weird fandom too. Like
that's true. I love these interactions, though. I have yet to hear one that has gone badly, honestly.
I know. Everyone that's seen Doubt and has met him backstage has said that he has been just the sweetest, most patient, kind, delightful person to have an exchange with. So I'm really happy about that.
I can't remember who I saw give this feedback or even where. It might not have been in our group, but someone pointed out that Jacob Anderson has gotten some similar praise. Oh, he's so great with fans and so great at conferences and things. But you got to remember, Jacob Anderson was not one of the leads on Game of Thrones. And what happened was Game of Thrones got huge in a way that every conference in the world wanted a Game of Thrones star to come and be at their fan con. And so even the very low on the totem pole folks in Game of Thrones got to travel the world at someone else's expense and got to see fans up close and personal. And so Jacob has had a lot of that interaction in the past and appreciates now, getting primary billing or secondary billing and getting to reap all of the rewards of it. But he's been steeped in the fandom, I think, already.
Yeah. He's had a good, I mean, you can't be in the Game of Thrones cast in like a recurring supporting role and not know how to deal with like some crazy fucking fans.
Right. Okay, so many people sent this in, Ashley. Stephen Dean, though, was the first one. He commented on Patreon, and so I want to give him credit. But thank you, everybody who has helped correct me on this. Stephen says, as a man who runs a hobby shop, I feel I must speak up and pause playback. The Killing Joke is not the origin of the woman in a fridge. Barbara Gordon gets shot by the Joker. He strips her nude, videotapes her, writhing in agony, bleeding out from the shot, which lodged into her spinal column. The tape was forcibly shown to her stripped, kidnapped father, the commissioner, during a carnival-themed hell ride. So what happened is like they construed 2 or 3 storylines there, basically. I was fairly certain when I was reading the feedback the other day. I was like, Barbara Gordon didn't die, though. She's paralyzed and she becomes the Oracle. Anyway, yes, we were conflating 2 stories. It is Green Lantern that has the fridging story. It was in 1994, volume 3, issue 54. In the story, Kyle Rayner. See, I even was pretty sure it was Kyle Rayner. I just didn't want to disagree. DC's not my shit. My shit.
When I think about someone being stuck in a refrigerator, all I think about are kids playing in dumps and how G.I. Joe really warned us that was dangerous stuff, and knowing is half the battle.
I think about the Punky Brewster episode, and I think about Indiana Jones in the what
The
was it,
Crystal Skulls?
the Crystal Skull? Yeah, when he gets in the refrigerator to survive the nuclear
Yes.
bomb. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Stephen, for straightening me out. It was Kyle Rayner. It was Green Lantern, and it was a very pivotal moment. He says, let's see,
Sorry.
Major Force is the villain, by the way, that does this. The girlfriend's name is Alexandria DeWitt. Killed, stuffed in his refrigerator. It stunned readers and showed that comics were not for kids, but a serious way to tell a story. It blew up so intensely that Gail Simone, very prolific and successful writer of many comics, coined the phrase "women in refrigerators" to prove a point of killing women, specifically wives, in storytelling to further the man's agency. Our more recent version of this miss issue is the rape of a female character in order to give her agency or purpose. It is a terrible way of storytelling, and maybe our beloved series has done something closely related to it, I'm afraid. But nonetheless, that is that. Excellent feedback, Stephen. And like genuinely, it seemed like everybody that is a comics fan, when they got to that part of the episode, they all paused to write me and tell me, hey,
They're
actually,
like
Joel, let's
immediately
not.
conflate all of that into one story. I am of no use in this particular particular sphere of
You got no
conversation.
dog in this hunt. Okay, there you
No,
go.
yeah, no.
This comes from Lucille. This is a great name, Lucille Coconell on YouTube. I'm with Mal on this one. I took a break from social media for the whole run of the season because I didn't want to be swept up in the negativity I felt I would find there and just be able to enjoy the show in peace. And boy, did I enjoy it. I was actually quite happy to be surprised and have absolutely no clue where they were going with this. Anyways, after my break, I just now got to catch up with your podcast, so I missed your call for papers for this episode. This was on the feedback episode. Maybe you remember my ramblings about the Nikki Vault from your last speculations episode. Lucille had been the one to say, hey, guys, why is there a vault
Yeah.
for Nikki in the Théâtre de Vampire? Nikki is burned to death, and there's no body to put into that vault. What's the deal there? I still don't think that was an Easter egg. I have a vague theory about where they might be going with his character arc. I'll save that for your next rewatch or the speculations episode for season 4 that I'm sure you'll do sometime in the next 2 years or so. Laugh and cry face.
Yeah,
Also,
100%.
Joel, I loved your character arc over the run of this podcast season. All the stages of grief you went through to finally arrive at acceptance, and more so, the realization that indeed it was pretty fucking great. Happy bear season to all who celebrate.
Yes. Oh, there was some tragedy on the bear cams a couple days ago.
No. You got to fill us in. What happened?
A cub got killed by a mother bear. Oof. It was intense.
Brutal face of nature.
Y'all, listen. Nature is fucking metal. And if you want to enjoy the cute, beautiful parts of it, you have to embrace the fucking nightmare of it as well.
You really do, unfortunately. It is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into this ranking. Let's rank some episodes. I'm going to share my screen here. I've got a cool little document made up. I want to share the entire screen.
Joel is so like fucking tech awesome, and I have like my shit written down by hand.
So I've got Joel's rankings here. I've got Ashley's rankings here. And then we've got every episode of the show, the title and the season and episode number listed out. So we're going to be able to copy and paste these in.
I'm so excited.
I am too, honestly.
Okay.
I think this will lead to some good conversation.
I do too. I'm really excited.
I'm going to pull up. I just realized I got to get a separate device here for my notes now because I've got this window open. All right. I want to start, Ashley, with the worst episodes because I think, first of all, it's an obvious one for folks that know me and have listened to this show.
I also think we might have the same one.
Really? Okay. For me, and it was pretty close. It was close running, but Toledo and Toronto are offensive episodes to me as a fan, as a devout fan of this book. As I mentioned already, they're not bad episodes of TV. They're pretty good episodes of TV, I would say. Toronto might be a great episode of TV. However, I mean, and y'all heard me. Y'all heard me in the episodes. I'm so devoted to the Nikki storyline. I'm so devoted to the wolf fight that cutting those two things out in these two episodes and trimming Lestat's backstory down as severely as they did, I just can't forgive it. So I am going to put Toledo as my absolute last episode. That is my number 22
You
ranking.
can put Toledo as my absolute last episode too. It's my number 22
All
as
right.
well.
Am I wrong? It's not a bad episode of TV. It's not this.
No, I like it. I like it. It is the least emotionally connected episode for me across the board, I think.
And for me, it's also easy to go ahead and put Toronto in at number 21. I don't know if you agree with that one, Ashley, but
I do not. Absolutely do not agree with that one.
All right. This is, and again, it just comes down to the Nikki and the wolf of it all. I need that wolf fight, y'all. Somebody asked me, Joel, are you going to write your version and like do it on the podcast in some fashion? And I don't know, that would be weird. To do what would we do? Would I animate it? I guess. I don't know. But there is a version of that I still hope they tell. That's what I'm going to say. That's where I am right now.
Your connection to that is so strong that literally when I did an interview outside of the Beacon while we were all hanging out waiting for our tickets with a gal that was doing like a short form documentary. I need to look for that and see if I can find it, see if she's finished it yet. But she asked me like, what are my must-haves for the season? And literally I was like, it's not my must-have, but I would be remiss if I did not say the wolf fight on behalf of my podcasting partner, Joel Sharpton. It is his most important thing.
Here's the thing.
I just like for this episode, I just felt the most like disconnected from it. It didn't like and that's kind of how I was like, how did this episode make me feel when I was looking at kind of my rankings and trying to like unpack all of that. And it's less about what I wasn't given and more just about what my reaction was to it. It just didn't like, I thought it was interesting. And I thought like, ooh, some of the changes I kind of thought were fun. Like I kind of dug them killing the fucking family. They sucked, you know? So like there were things that I really did like kind of enjoy in it, but it was like, it was a little more surface level and not as in depth as like I felt about so many of the episodes.
It's also such a break from the first episode from Detroit. Detroit is a fever dream for sure, but it feels whole and complete and connected. And then it's a drastic tone shift again to move to Toledo for episode 2. So, what is your next to last episode? What is your second least favorite episode, Ashley, instead of Toronto?
My second least favorite episode is actually, I believe it's the season 2 opener. Is that right?
That would be what can the damned really say to the damned? Fascinating. Okay. So I have that one quite a bit higher than you do, but I could see how that could be a little bit of a letdown in some ways. Why is the sizing on this one so different?
There's so many good scenes in that. Like we've got that Claudia and Louis scene where it's the you and me and you. Like there's some really good shit in that episode. There's some really, really good stuff in that episode. The whole like the bar scene, I was really into that whole like where they're staying and all the people in that tavern and that inn, you know. But again, it's like this was one of the least emotionally connected episodes for me. Like I was like, this felt like we're laying out the building blocks of what we're doing this season. So it felt a little bit more like a setup for what's coming next. So mine are all very emotionally based. Like my like emotional connection reaction to it.
That episode ends up being my 11th ranked episode, season 2, episode 1. What can the damned really say to the damned? And honestly, this is where it got the most complex for me, is right here in the middle. Because there are episodes that I have like just, I mean, and we'll get to it in a minute. The first episode of the show, I think, is probably the greatest episode of television maybe ever made.
It's beautiful.
Mandy Taylor made it. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you here. Because it's such a brilliant breakdown. Jennifer Ann said, first of all, season 1, episode 1 might be my favorite episode in the whole series. I love the
Beautiful.
Point de Lac family and their stories so much. I thought each of the actors was brilliant, but I especially loved Paul. The dinner scene, the wedding scene, the rooftop scene, such a perfect episode. Mandy says, it's my favorite episode, and I decided it counts as one of my favorite movies, too, because it's a complete story. And
Lovely.
that's the reason why I ranked it number 1. Once she laid it out like that, I was like, yes, that is why I like it so much. So that's my top rank episode. For me, the season 2 finale, excuse me, I'm putting it on your page now. I got to pay attention to what I'm doing. The season 2 entry, What Can the Damned Really Say to the Damned? It resets the table in a way that was not, like, I'm not passionately connected to that part of the story, the early part of the story in Europe. I was also a little on the back foot about the switch from Bailey to Delaney, right, for Claudia. However, when I go back, that episode does such a good job of setting what the season 2 story is really about. It's not about Armand, by the way. I know we talked so much in the last episode about how all these seasons are just about Armand in the end. Season 2 is not about Armand. Even though he's
the turns. No.
Yeah, season 2 is about Claudia and Louis. And it's so purely focused on the way that they can't connect at the level that they both want to. Louis wants a true companion, and Claudia is not it. Claudia wants a true companion, and Louis ain't it. They do not match.
Yeah.
They do not match, and they want to so badly. So that's why I put that one right in the middle. It's a very emotionally affecting episode, even though it's not one of my favorite parts of the storyline. Okay, I'm going to give you, I want to know where you put Toronto. Let's go season 3, episode 3. I put it as my next to last one. You like that one a little bit better.
Toronto is number 4.
No way. Okay.
Toronto is my number 4. Toronto is my number 4. Toronto is the only season 3 episode in my top 5.
Wow. I am shocked by both sides of that, Ashley. Okay. Your only season 3 episode in the top 5. Wow. Okay. I have one. Oh no, I only have one season 3 episode in my top 5. I realize
3 in the
actually.
top 10, but I only have this one in my top 5, and I fucking loved Toronto. Like, I loved Toronto so hard. I loved the interview with Daniel. It was fucking amazing. And the twist that it was just bullshit was just brilliant. You know, not that it was bullshit, it was the fucking truth, but the fact that he got nothing. He got nothing from it. Yeah. And then I loved the fucking Your Biggest Fan.
Your Biggest Fan is genuinely one of the
element is so well placed and so well done for me. And then to have that juxtaposition of what really and truly happened at the end during that car crash and Magnus in the car, like, I really fucking love this episode. And then I do love Louis' like fucking vengeance arc, you know, like that was fun. That was fun for me. I'm really glad he got to kill all those guys. You know, so I really dug Toronto. I actually was surprised that Toronto was my number 1 for season 3.
For season 3, I'm shocked by that, honestly. I think the finale is so good in season 3. I think Detroit is so excellent in season 3.
I agree, but I will say the finale is not in my top 10.
That's nuts to me. Okay, all right. So what is your number 1? Let's go. We've gone to the bad end. Let's go back to the top end. What's your number 1 episode?
My number 1, I Could Not Prevent It.
Oh, I like it. I Could Not Prevent It.
Look,
all right, so this is the finale for season 2.
Yeah. This is revealing me as such a Claudia stan. This whole countdown. Definitely, I was like, oh, I am so viscerally connected to that character on so many levels that this episode for me, this is one of my favorite parts in any of these fucking books is the Théâtre des Vampires and Paris and all of the shit that goes down and all the fuckery that happens. It is one of my favorite sections of any of these books across the board. So this episode was so fucking well done. Everybody is so fire in it. Santiago, you got and I also had to introduce the Santiago factor into my fucking choices because that's one of my favorite performances in the entirety of the series. He's so fucking good. So this episode delivered every single fucking thing I needed it to deliver as someone who loves, if you had gotten your wolf fight, Joel, you'd feel the way I feel about this episode.
That is an outstanding way to put it. I said season 2 finale. It's not. It's the penultimate episode.
It's the penultimate,
of season 2.
Penultimate, yeah.
But
episode 7.
But in many ways, I think it is what we expected the season finale of season 2 to be. And then we got the extra modern storyline, basically, where they fully revealed everything in episode 8.
Well, and Louis had to burn it down. We have to let him, burn it down.
Yeah,
but
sure.
No, that's my number 1 episode.
So here's what's interesting. For me, that went right behind the first episode from season 2.
Really?
And that's in my number 12. Yeah, it's in my number 12 position. I think the match of those, the bookends of season 2 are, and I know you're like position 11 and 12 out of 22 episodes. It's so, that season 2 is so consistent to me, anyway.
It is. It's really good.
It's almost hard to pick out the best episodes, I find. Whereas season 1 and season 3 both have peaks and valleys that really connected with me or really missed. Season 2 was just a freight train of story, right?
And I really felt like season 3, when I was watching it week to week, was a freight train. But really, season 2 it just doesn't stop. It's it is a complete through line, complete storyline of that section of, aside from the flashbacks to Dubai. But it is such a good, it's such a clean adaptation. I think for people that are I didn't get exactly what I wanted from the Vampire Lestat as far as adaptation goes, I bet season 2 hit harder with those folks.
All right, I'm going to go with my number 2 episode right now. You mentioned you don't have any season 3 in the top 5. I thought I had
except for Toronto. I had Toronto.
Oh, that's right. Toronto. Excuse me. The only one that I have in my top 5, though, is at number 2, and it's The Failures. Y'all, this episode, and again, it's not what I thought I wanted. Right? If you would have told me that this is what you're going to get for the finale of season 3, I think I would have been mad at you. But the way that it played out I know. See, I've put it in yours, Ashley. What am I doing here? I've got to fix that. But the way that this played out was so incredibly satisfying. And again, we know it's a cliffhanger. We've now gotten a season 4 confirmation. So yes, there's more story coming. But I know this would frustrate y'all. And obviously, if it had been the end of the show, it would have looked different. But it's so fucking satisfying when he walks out on that balcony.
It's
and
awesome.
He owns it. And he says, it really was all my fault. It is, I don't know. It was very, very, it was what I needed, honestly, especially, it's funny, the feedback earlier was talking about my character arc for the season.
Yeah.
But I do realize I've been out here like a monkey dancing for y'all, but I don't know. This whole season has had me on a string, and The Failures just put me to bed happy in a way that is rare, I think, with television.
I'm so glad that you felt that way. I loved that episode. And that's the thing about this. I messaged you earlier. I was like, this was like picking my favorite fucking children. This is
right?
Hateful. There's nothing I don't enjoy about this. But yeah, I don't have The Failures in my number 2.
What's number 2 for you, Ash?
The Thing Lay Still.
Ooh, okay. The Thing Lay Still is the finale of season 1. And again, like we were talking about, like we were talking about the bookends of season 3. Yeah, they really did that with season 1 as well. What am I doing here? I'm putting a 7. Okay. The thing lay still. I Again, one of the better episodes of TV, period, not just this show. So
Look,
satisfying the way they tell that story,
yes,
especially with the twist when Daniel
yes,
pulls it out and he goes, "You put him in the dump where there's rats in a locked
yes.
box from the inside, you idiot."
That part, and also like the twist with Claudia having poisoned Tom Anderson. Claudia, like, again, this is me admittedly and openly being a Claudia stan. This was so fucking great. The absolute fucking opulence of the Mardi Gras ball, and then them luring everyone into this fucking trap. Meanwhile, it's a trap for Lestat. Meanwhile, it's a trap for Claudia and Louis because Lestat knows, but Claudia knows Lestat knows. Oh! It just,
Yeah.
like, this episode, again, it's like I could not prevent it. I got every fucking thing I wanted out of that episode.
Okay, that is the way that I feel about my number 3, which is the actual season finale of season 2, and that's the end of it. There's nothing else. Okay, if this had been the end of the show, I really would have been okay. Like, the
You're putting it on
way
me.
that
Take it upstairs. Take it upstairs.
I do it again and again, don't I? The way that this episode took all of those reveals from episode 7 and then just laid you on your head again. You're like, oh, you think you've got this all figured out.
Yeah.
I guess, honestly, it's that sort of stuff that should have given me more confidence and patience for season 3, right?
Right. Yeah. You like the finales, it looks like. The
I
finales.
love
I
them
like
finales.
I like the finales and the penultimates, it seems like.
Yeah. Okay, what is your... Let's go with your number 3.
In Throes of Increasing Wonder.
Okay, so that's our first episode. That's what I've got in my top spot.
It's
one of the greatest episodes ever.
It is a perfect episode of television. It is a beautiful introduction to this world. And if that happened to be my favorite part of the book, then that would be number 1. But they also hit 2 of my other favorite parts of the books for 1 and 2. So episode 1 comes in at 3 for setting up the most beautiful, perfect world we could possibly live in.
It's so crazy because the introduction of Lestat in the novels, the very first introduction of Lestat in the novels, and the description of Louis turning is honestly not... I wouldn't say it's in my top 5 sections of the books,
Right.
probably.
Right.
I mean, Interview with the Vampire genuinely might be my 4th favorite book of the series, maybe. It's behind...
really love it. It's
behind TVL. It's behind Tale of the Body Thief.
Yeah.
It's probably behind Queen of the Damned. It's probably ahead of Memnoch, but like, ask me on the wrong day. I don't know.
Right, absolutely. It really does depend on what day you ask me. Yeah.
So I don't... The fact that I connect so directly with that opening of the thing, I think is more a testament to the quality of the television than the story.
Yeah.
And I know I'm contradicting myself by like what I like more and what I don't like more because it's better TV or because it's more like the story that I like. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I am a contradiction.
We are talking walking contradictions. Ask us in 2 weeks after we've gotten to rewatch some things and see where we land.
Oh my God. I can't even imagine how rewatching season 3 especially is going to change me. Okay, I'm going to go to my number 4 here.
Ooh.
It's what is it?
Don't be afraid. Just start the tape.
Yeah. Okay. Again, a whole movie unto itself, an entire story unto itself. Drastic changes from the novel in a couple of different ways in this episode, and yet totally coherent and consistent with the show that they've been giving us. And it unveiled this first of all, it
Man.
teased Devil's Minion in a way that we are still excited about today.
Right.
But it also gave us Luke Brandonfield, who is an amazing actor in his own right, and a very worthy younger Eric Bogosian. So, like, just top to bottom, I love that one.
And you get really, like, it's like breaking into the fucking parfait of what Armand has been up to, which is really just delicious to, like, really get to dive into that, you know, like, oh, now we're down to the strawberry layer. My God.
When he, in that episode, when he first comes into the apartment and he begins to deride Louis because of how he's been cleaning up another house, you know, I was home cleaning the couch, you asshole. Anyway, it's all of that, the dynamic of that relationship laid bare in a way that we had only not even been hinted at, honestly, before that. It's just
like
fantastic.
It's like when you're at that point in a relationship that's bad where you just, like, hate each other. And you're still like, but I love you. No, I don't. I hate you. I actually really hate you. But my brain thinks it loves you, or my dick thinks it loves you, or my,
you know, the other parts
other
belonging
parts
to a man or a woman. Yes.
Yes.
That's the Shakespeare, right? What other parts belonging to a man? Okay, let's go on to 5 here. What do you have in the 5th spot?
The Ruthless Pursuit of Blood.
Oh, with all a child's
demanding.
Not the longest title of the series. There's one longer than that.
Yeah. Again, this is our introduction to Claudia. I think it was done so fucking well. No notes.
Let's just look here. By the way, 3 of your top 5 are Claudia heavy episodes.
Yeah, I told
could not
you.
Prevent it. The Thing lay still. The Ruthless
Pursuit.
Pursuit.
You.
Yeah, makes total sense. Honestly,
I mean, I have a part of my soul that I hold space for Claudia.
Okay, so I have The Ruthless Pursuit of Blood with All a Child's Abandon all the way down at number 17, Ashley. I know. It's not a bad episode. It's not again, none of these episodes are bad. But the introduction of Claudia to me is not nearly as interesting as the resolutions of Claudia. Even the very next episode, I feel like, is
it's more in depth.
I just realized I have it ranked behind it at 18, actually. But to me, that is her introduction is less interesting than once we get the dynamic that as it develops, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, for you, 100%. For me, I'm like, I love, like, it is like the baby to save the marriage, you know, and I just love it. I love them adapting to having her in their life, and them, like, all the nice moments of her with Lestat especially are in this episode. They have fun as a family together. Like, I love that scene of them at the cinema together watching Nosferatu, like, and how they come home afterwards and are giggling and laughing about it. You know, like, I love it. I just love it. It's like the little happy family before we tear it all to shreds. And I need that happy family so that it breaks my heart that we tear it all to shreds.
Just making the top 5 for me is season 2, episode 3, and heavy focus on Santiago with the No Pain episode.
That's my number 6. My number 6 is No Pain.
The 3 episode center of season 2, where we go 2, 3, 4, where we really hang out with Santiago. It's such a sweet spot for me. It's so enjoyable, and it's a part of the book that I had enjoyed, but that added something to the book for me.
Yes,
I think is why I praise it so highly, right?
Because the added layer of Claudia truly wanting to belong there, you know, like that really, like, you know, that really made the
specifically
nice
it spoke to
turn.
you and me as theater kids too, right?
I mean, like, unapologetically, this is my favorite section. Again, the Paris section in interview is one of my absolute favorite sections in a novel. I just think it's so much fun. And awful. It's fucking horrifying. But, like, it's
awful
such a
and
good
horrifying.
journey.
You have The Thing Lay Still at your number 2. I have it at my number 6. The Thing Lay Still is just an insane episode. And to me, the only thing that doesn't move it up farther, honestly, is just Santiago was so fucking amazing. There's no Bane episode. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, No Pain falls in my number 6. And it's definitely the Santiago effect. It is definitely the Santiago effect.
So let's put that there for you.
That man stole my heart in a way I did not expect. Yikes.
Even now, even looking back on it now, 2 years later and change, it is so bizarre that
my
it is that good.
My enthusiasm is still unabated.
Right? I know.
Because when I started looking at these, I was like, yeah, but Santiago was awesome in that fucking episode, so it's got
to... I'm like, where's the Santiago spinoff? Come on, Mark.
Yeah.
let's bring him back.
In my life, I never thought I would want that.
Okay, what do you have in your number 7 slot?
Is my very nature that of a devil?
Oh, all right. So this is season 1, episode 3. Is my very nature that of a devil?
This is Louis burning shit down.
That's right. This is the burn the town down episode.
Yeah, this is Louis going off the rails. And I like it. I have a soft spot in my heart for Louis, because I too would like to set shit on fire when I'm furious. This episode is just such a culmination of the fuckery that he had to deal with as a mortal man, continuing to cause him fuckery as an immortal man.
Boy, that's it. That's it. Continuing to cause him fuckery. That's the problem. All right. I have that episode. I have Is My Very Nature that of the Devil. Let's see. Where do I have it? 16 is where I put that, right above the ruthless pursuit of blood. This is a weird section for me. Episode 3, I will say, much better to me than episode 2, which I'll go ahead and spoil for you. Episode 2 is my number 20 episode, After the Phantoms of Your Former Self. So for those of you who have joined us fairly recently, perhaps you don't know, Ashley and I got big mad at this episode when it first aired. Do you remember this, Ashley?
Which one?
After the Phantoms of Your Former Self, number 2 in the series. This is the episode where Louis has just been turned.
Yes.
And he speaks to Lestat.
And we get the fake out with the... we get the fake out. Yep.
Y'all thought I was mad about the wolf fight. I was madder about this in the moment than I was about the wolf fight in the moment, because by then Rollin had given me 3 seasons to trust him. At this moment, I thought it had all fallen apart. I thought we were already
Joel was like,
off
who
the
are
rails.
These clowns? Who are these fake ass Anne Rice fans acting like they know what they're talking about and letting a fucking fledgling talk to his maker? What in the fuck?
It bothered me so much, y'all. Okay.
No, and you were totally right to call it out because it was done on purpose. Like that's the thing, This
is the one that surprised me when I thought I had it higher, honestly. Number 7 for me is Detroit from season 3. The ask for what we needed them to do in this episode was so high. Like, what a fucking thing. Hey, introduce us to vampiric rock music. Hey, show us Lestat with parts of himself and the vampiric world that Louis didn't deign to introduce in previous seasons. Remind us where everyone is and set the stage for the coming story of Lestat's backstory, et cetera, et cetera. Also, just invite new people into this fandom because the show
Yeah.
continues to grow through Netflix exposure, etc. And they just nailed every fucking point of it. Detroit's weird, y'all. The whole season's weird.
Oh,
The book's weird.
Detroit makes you feel like you're on the Torvalendine of hallucinogens, along with Lestat.
Yeah,
You know,
baby.
like it is like I think so much of the beginning of season 3 feels like a drug-fueled train wreck. And this episode really, really set that up brilliantly. Set up like where Lestat is mentally, where he is like, yeah, that emotionally he's a fucking mess. And this episode was like, and here's all of it. Here's all of the mess. Enjoy. I have
All right.
Detroit.
So where did you put it?
I put it as 10. I've got Detroit as number 10.
Number 10. Okay. Pretty good choice, I would say. Very fitting.
I feel good about where I've got it. I actually feel pretty good about my rankings.
Yeah, and I think both of our rankings are suiting us as they take shape here. I think they are very much.
Are.
Anybody that's listened to the show, these will all make a lot of sense.
Absolutely.
Okay. In the number 8 slot, I have, and again, this was an episode. If you would have told me the plot before the season started, I would have been pissed. Montreal, episode 6 of season 3 is.
I love Montreal.
It's such a beautiful episode. It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
And yet they give us nothing of the book. There's none of the book in this episode.
I have Montreal ahead of Detroit.
I could see it. I could
see it. In my rankings. Yeah. I really loved Montreal.
So where did you stick it?
I have Montreal at 9.
Yeah. Okay. That is fitting, I think. Oh, wait. Nope. I did the wrong thing. There we go. Let me slot Montreal in here at number 9 for you.
And actually I'm kind of shocked that it ended up that low because the fucking seance scene just delivered to the decapitation nth degree for me. Yeah. I mean, like, to me, that was like, I don't know, that's like extra, but like that, the seance, that episode was all about the seance for me.
I think, personally, even more than the seance, I think it's the scene in the car between and the street afterwards between Louis and Lestat as they both process their bullshit and call each other out, and then still choose to try to walk forward with each other. That's my favorite part of that. Is like in real time, you watch that whole fight play out.
Them sitting on that bench together before they get to me, sitting on the bench is more important than them getting their heads cut off.
100% agree. You could have, if you hadn't set up the whole season where you were going to have cliffhangers, you could have made the decapitation the first of episode 7, and it still would have worked fine. Yeah. Okay. What is in your number 8 slot?
Okay, I have to go because I got that. I think this is the longest title.
Oh,
wait, it might not be. It might not be.
Like the Light?
Nope, it's not Like the Light. I Want You More Than Anything in the World.
Okay. So this is number 4, episode 4 of season 2. I Want You More Than Anything in the World.
This is baby her fucking getting stuck in that fucking play, My Baby Loves Windows. And that whole section there.
The Claudia storyline is fantastic in that. Yeah, for sure. Oh wait, I needed it 8, not 11. Is it this episode, or is it episode 3 of season 2 that is so heavily colored by the telenovela story, where the love of Lestat of Louis and Armand? No, that's episode 2, isn't it? Do you know what it means to be loved by death?
This is where he says goodbye to the ghost Lestat on the bench at the end.
And chooses Armand. That's right. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah. And this is Claudia getting inducted into the Coven or after this is after she's been inducted, but this is like her doing that fucking show over and over and over of his baby Lou over and over and over again.
Okay. And again, I think it makes sense if you know it. Claudia is not one of my favorite parts of the book. In particular, though, I felt bad for her in this episode.
It
I,
was
I had this
awful.
all the way down at 19. I have this all the way down at 19. This was kind of hard for me.
Yeah.
I do,
This is
again, none of these episodes are bad.
This is also when Santiago starts passing around her diaries. So this is like
Yeah.
the Coven is figuring out, like, all of that's going on in the background. You know, I love a little fucking intrigue and espionage. This is up my alley. You know, like the background fuckery of this episode is really good for me.
Speaking of that, do you know what it means to be loved by death, though? That comes in at number 9 for me. This introduction to the theater and the first time that we see Santiago play out the Grim Reaper role, all of that shit just sailed home for me. It was exactly right. So that's my number 10. Let's see. We've got your number 9, or my number 9, excuse me. We've got your number 9 already. Do we
We
have
got
your
my number
placement for
10.
that episode? No.
For which one?
Where did you put episode 2, season 2? Do you know what it means to be loved by death?
18.
18.
Low,
All right.
but not out of lack of love. I think that yeah, no. I love the hunt scene in this. There's some really good shit in this. And like seeing them have fun kind of for the first fucking time after they've been wallowing through Eastern Europe in the worst way possible. There was a lot I really like in this episode, but it didn't really for me, I was like, which ones made me feel them?
Yeah. Okay. We have your 9 and 10. My number 10 is episode 6 of season 1, Like Angels Put in Hell by God. This again, it's the denouement of the fight scene. It is the courting of Claudia and Louis. There's a lot of good stuff in this. That's the episode where we get Come to Me, right?
Yeah, we get Lestat's Lestat tells them the story of his making. And
that too. That's right.
Which is
right. I love a little Magnus.
That is actually my favorite part of that episode is that section where Lestat is like, when they take him back and they're like, okay, well, you have to fucking tell the truth, and he tells them what happened.
So I put Like Angels Put in Hell by God at number 10. I think we've already placed that one for you. No, we didn't. Where do you put that episode then?
19.
Nice. Okay. See, I'm seeing a pattern here. You and I both ended up putting like a run of episodes basically right in row with each other.
Yeah,
because of where we align with those stories.
Well, and I've got 5 and 7 are season 1, episode 4, season 1, episode 3, and then 6 and 8 are season 2, episode 3, season 2, episode 4.
Yeah. I do that a couple of times in my rankings as well. I feel like sometimes I think it's as simple as those episodes are connected thematically, right? And so if you feel a certain way about one, probably feel a certain way about the other.
Yeah, and then you just pick which one hit the hardest for you. They're probably if I ranked them by season, they were probably, within one of the other, and I picked which one kind of landed the hardest. But the other one was probably real close.
What is your number 11 episode?
I Want You More Than Anything in the World? Wait, no.
Oh, yeah.
I ranked it twice. Oh, fuck me.
Which one did you not rank? I love it. I had to go back and double check my rankings twice because I had done that once.
Motherfucker. Which one did I not rank?
I put No Pain in twice is what I had done. I put No Pain in at number 5 and then again at number 7.
I need you to leave. Okay, wait. Okay, so let's just skip
here,
it.
Let's go down here. Yeah, there we go. Let's skip that one and then we'll come back and see what the whole is. Number 12. What's your number 12?
A Vile Hunger for Your Hammering Heart.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good. First of all, I will say one downbeat for me for episode 3 was the episode titles. I understand their reasoning. I understand what they're doing.
I do too, but I loved having the episodes be from the books.
Go
It
back
was
to
so
quotes from
nice.
Anne. Go back to quotes from Anne. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
it
want.
was
That's what I
nice.
want for season 4. And also, there are so many good chapter titles even in Queen of the Damned that you could draw from.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, and I'm so irritated. Which one did I miss? Okay, we'll figure it out.
I love it.
And
She's
then
having
I'll
to nail it down.
adjust accordingly. I'll adjust accordingly.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So we've got both of our 12s. Lucky number 13. 13 for me is that longest title, Like the Light by which God made the world before he made light. Okay. This is a great episode in many ways. Particularly, I think it's wonderful because of the scenes in the theater where they're doing this line comes from Waiting for Godot, basically, right? Except it's not Waiting for Godot. What is it called? The version of Waiting for Godot that Sam is having them play out on
that he's writing.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, it's more Santiago stuff. It's the politics of the theater. It's a deepening relationship with Armand and Louis and mistrust between Louis and Claudia. Like some really good stuff here. Like the light by which God made the world before he made light. That is my number. Where is it? Goodness gracious.
You're on me. That's me.
I'm on you. I was like, why aren't all my titles here? Like the light by which God made the world before he made light. Episode 6, season 2 is my number 13.
13. My number 13. Don't be afraid. Just start the tape.
I got to tell you, you got it too low. I understand why, and there's plenty of reasons to put those others ahead of it. But
hey, look, listen. You don't get to tell me what I've got too low. This is our rankings. You got some shit I think you got too high. How about that?
You're wrong. You're wrong. No, I'm playing.
You don't get to tell me I'm wrong. I'll punch you in the face.
You're right.
With my fist.
She will too. She's a trained stage combatant, ladies and gentlemen.
I can kick your ass from 6 inches away.
What is your number 14?
My number 14, After the Phantoms of Your Former Self.
Okay. This is the one that I have ranked so lowly. It's the one that I got so mad about. There is good stuff in that episode. I like, honestly, the making of Louis. Like the way that he perceives the world is pretty good. The way that they begin to he reacts to all the little things that Lestat just takes for granted, right? Like Lestat's reading minds, and he's like, "What are you talking about? Reading minds?" All that stuff is pretty good. I ranked it so lowly, but
as a Louis lover, well, it's because you were mad, but as a Louis lover, I think that you see a lot of like Louis, like you see a lot of like book Louis in that episode, even though he's, yeah. I love that episode. I love him having to really, really struggle with his cravings and his humanity and his monstrosity. And then it also is the episode featuring the tenor, which is one of my favorite parts.
Oh my God. That's a great plan. I forgot about the tenor in that one.
I thought it was so, like, that section delighted me, and it felt so fucking Lestat. And the fact that he showed up in the failures just, like, was the icing on the cake for this to be a higher ranking for me.
That makes perfect sense. Did I do this right, by the way? Is Like the Light by Which God Made Light your 13? It's my 13. I think I slotted it in as your 13 accidentally, too. Is that your 13?
No, my 13 is Don't Be Afraid, Just Start the Tape.
That's what I thought. I put the wrong one in there. My bad. All right, let me get that correct. Don't be afraid. Just start the tape.
Well, you got distracted because you were chiding me about my rankings.
Well, you were wrong, Ashley. I'm sorry.
I love 13. That episode.
It is a great episode. It is a great episode. Even at number 13. All right. My number 14. So you've got After the Phantoms of Your Former Self from season 1. I put season 3, episode 4. It's The Devil's Road. So, okay. I was a little boy, lost here at this point. Yeah, hang on. My wife is texting me. Yes. I was little boy adrift at this point in the season. Honestly, I did not know.
You were.
I had been very upset. And I mean, I wasn't ready to hang up the series, but I was adrift. The Devil's Road is a great episode, and it reconnected with a handful of things to give me the confidence to go ahead and finish this season without pulling out my hair. Honestly, like
I like
it's a good one, and I think that it will only grow in my estimation over time. What is your number 15?
My number 15 is The Failures.
Oh, okay. What is your favorite part of this finale, Ashley?
Oh, you know, I loved him reclaiming himself towards the end of the episode when he's like, "Fuck it, I was pretty fucking great, and here's what I'm gonna do. You know, here's who I am, and here's why I am what I am." You know, I loved that. I love that, you know, all of the inner reckoning, like those were not those characters speaking to him. Those were what he thinks those characters would say to him, you know. And I love that kind of inner fucking turmoil and like inner reckoning that you have to have. And I also like that he's like at the end of all of that, he's like, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm awesome." You know, it's so fucking Lestat. I love it.
It
I
really
love it.
is. It's very Lestat. It is very Lestat.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
my number 15 is season 3, episode 5. I got backs to backs, episode 4 and episode 5 right here with New York. Okay, so New
Mm-hmm.
York is where we get our first introduction to the Queen, right? And it's you and I both had problems with this episode. Marius in particular is so shocking the way that he's introduced.
Again,
But
I know we're getting more later, and I'm just gonna wait for them to tell me why Marius was like that.
my thing is that Sheila's introduction is, which by the way, I will say,
Lord.
I'm slightly disappointed, honestly. Before the season started, Ralim especially was talking about the way Akasha comes into this series is so outstanding. One of the best entrances ever, et cetera, et cetera. Now, the overall impact of her performance in that episode meets those standards that he laid out. But I do think I thought he meant she was going to appear in the modern day. I thought he meant she would break into the storyline in a way that would be as genre shifting as the switch from Louis to Lestat's narration. You know, like,
Oh, see,
I thought it was going to be something like
truly
that.
not. I didn't expect much at all from the Queen this season. I really did not. I figured that was going to, I mean, because I have always approached this feeling like it was going to be a 2-season arc of like of the Vampire
TV
Lestat,
arc.
plus maybe like the beginnings of Queen of the Damned. You know, like that was kind of how in my brain, I figured the season was the arc was going to go. So I really didn't expect to see much of her. And what we saw, that monologue was fucking fire though. That she was terrifying. Like, and it just left me wanting more, left everybody wanting more. If you're pissed off, you didn't get more. Look at you wanting more.
Somebody was talking. I saw somebody post about the teaser trailer that they don't love. You know, for the Vampire Lestat, they sent Sam into the room like last second and shot that little teaser of him coming out and being interviewed by Daniel. They did that right before Comic-Con, 2 years ago. And instead, we just get the narration from Akasha over some B footage, stock footage kind of thing. But you go listen, just close your eyes and go listen to that and tell me that the things that she has to say and the delivery that she puts on it, Sheila Adam, man, like just good goddamn.
We're in
it's
for
going to
a
be an
treat.
unbelievable season. Yeah.
We're in for a real treat, kids.
Okay, what do you have in your number 16 slot? Look at you.
New York.
There you go. All right, very good
right
call.
Right there. It's New York in my 16.
It's the closest that Ashley and I get to agreeing with each other, I think, on the actual rank. Not really, but pretty close.
Toledo is 100% the same.
Oh, that's right. We're right the same. Good call.
No, I actually really love that we have this much of a difference of opinion. I think it's awesome.
I wondered how in line we would be. This is perfect
balanced.
for us. Yes, 100%. And what's your 17? I've got
Like the light by which God made the world.
I thought that was probably the one that you were going to have up next. So that's where I put Ruthless Pursuit of Blood with All the Child's Abandon. We've talked about this. This is the episode where we get a lot of Santiago, we get a lot of the theater, we get the background politics and stuff. Really good one there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we've got for you're 18. Do you know what it means to be loved by death? My 18. That's where I put in A Vile Hunger for Your Hammering Heart. That is episode 5 of season 1. And this is where we get that resolution of the Claudia introduction, basically. And we begin to see what their dynamic is, and it ain't going to work, friends. It ain't going to work. You have Like Angels Put in Hell by God for your 19. I have I Want You More Than Anything in the World. What is your number 20?
It is The Devil's Road.
Oh, it's a good one. That is a good one. And again, like coming back, centering after those weird backstories that we were like, what are they doing here exactly? We find some solace.
Yeah, I was deeply troubled by the Regina storyline. Not like I didn't like it. I really liked it. I thought it was a great fucking way to keep Delaney involved in a different way than is in the books. Loved it. I just was really fucking disappointed in Louis. I just thought, like, this is the most, like, of all the unhealthy shit you could do. You're like, and I mean, even without knowing, like, now what I know that she was already connected with Armand and all of that shit, like, you're putting someone who has nothing to do with this in danger. Like, ooh, not great. Not a great look. Just not a great look. Very selfish. I didn't love that. So what am I missing?
Okay, I think I'm double checking here. I think you're missing 2-8. I think you are missing, and that's all. And that's the end. Yeah, that's the one you're missing. So
slap that
and
right.
That's the end of it. There's nothing else.
Into 11. I think that's probably where that actually goes.
I think based on the rest of your rankings, I think you're right. I think that is where it's supposed to go, honestly.
That's it. Woohoo!
Yeah. There we are, folks. All right. So top to bottom here, I've got episode 1, season 1, In Throes of Increasing Wonder. I say Failures is my number 2, and that's the end of it. There's nothing else. End of season 2 is my number 3. My top 3 is the premiere, the finale of season 3, and the finale of season 2. Ashley goes the penultimate episode of season 1 and her first one, I Could Not Prevent It. The Thing Lay Still, finale of season 2, and then In Throes of Increasing Wonder, the premiere of the whole show. 1. Or excuse me, finale season 1, and then the premiere of season 1 for your number 3. Again, different spread, right? You look at these and it's like it's a different take on this series. But I think so many of our listeners could have made these rankings for us, Ashley. Honestly, like if they were like, "How would Joel rank these?" They would have gotten pretty close.
I do think I'm really surprised how high, like just because of your journey this season, how high season 3 ranked for you.
The Failures and Detroit are, I think, such achievements just for, it's like, I can't even remember what game it is now, but there are games where you set your own difficulty level. I'm trying to think of a good example of this, and I can't think of one right. Okay, like spades. If you're playing spades, you bet, right? You make a guess at how many tricks you're going to get, right? That is what this show did. They bet they were going to shoot the moon. They're like, "What are you going to do with Detroit, Rollin?" He's like, "I'm going to shoot the moon. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot the moon." And he fucking did. And then he's like, "What are you going to do with the season finale, Rollin?" He's like, "I'm going to shoot the moon. Is actually what I'm going to do." And he fucking did. He got him. He caught every trick. I don't understand how this show is so good.
No,
actually.
I love it. It makes me really happy that's how it turned out for you, because like I feel like my shit's pretty balanced across. I've got like in each row, I've got episodes from each season. You
really do.
I really expected you to shit on season 3 a little bit more. I'm really proud of you.
I think it shows you how much I love the character of Lestat, though, and how much I love that book. When you do even a piece of that book properly, or you show a part of, okay, there was the short that went out today as we were recording this, Ashley, was about Nikki being Lestat's failure and not Armand.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of the changes in season 3 that I love the most, honestly, is Lestat's direct involvement with Nikki's destruction. And yes,
Yeah.
I know the audience is still like, is that what really happened and will more be revealed? And maybe I think we'll get some color to it. But I do think in the end, it will be that Lestat ended that, which he should have done in the book. I'm not saying they should have killed Nikki, but Nikki never should have been made. And
No.
I love when my favorites flaws are exposed in the proper way. Lestat is love. It's also why I hated the lack of the wolf fight so much. Lestat is a character that is lovable and admirable and interesting and compelling, even without vampirism. Right? Mortal Lestat is very interesting and compelling. And Mortal Lestat in this show is not nearly as interesting and compelling as Book Lestat. And the wolf fight is part of that. Nikki's relationship is part of that. The lack of the Abbey, the lack of the theater troupe, all of these different things that they cut out of his backstory give us color to young Lestat that in the TV show, what we got was stuttering and vague incest. And I'm like, we could have done better. We could have done better. But overall, you and I both, we've got like 6 episodes of season 2 all in the top 15 for both of us, I think. So it's like, it is weird to me that season 2 was so highly ranked for both of us.
To me, in retrospect, it's really not. Like, it's quite on brand for me for that section of the book. Like, I really fucking love that. I really love that section of the book.
If you have been listening to us for a while, if you are as devoted to this show as we are, I will really strongly suggest that you do your own rankings. I know it's silly.
Fun.
It's silly, but it is fun. It also will tell you things about what this show means to you and how it feeds you in a way that you might not have really understood until you begin to actually break down which parts matter.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I was like, God damn, me and Claudia's my coven.
Okay, y'all, what a great show. I'm so glad that we have this beautiful piece of art to talk about and enjoy with each other. We, patrons of the Articulate Coven, have a few more pieces of wonderful art to discuss with and share with each other. Articulate Coven Afterlife coming up for you in just a little while. We're going to be discussing To Wong Foo. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
So good.
What a delightful little film. And it, just better than I remembered it even, honestly. I gave it 5-star rating. I was blown away by how progressive and interesting and compelling.
Ballsy. It's so great. I love it.
All right. Folks, if you're not a patron, you can join us. articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to what we do. We've got all sorts of stuff there, early, ad-free, more often. Next week, we're going to be wrapping up our discussion of the Vampire Lestat. We're going to do an AMA episode for the Articulate Coven. Lots of questions about us, a few questions about the show, a few questions about our show and podcasting. Some really interesting ones I've got lined up for us, Ashley.
Yay!
That will be next week. And after that discussion, we will have an Afterlife episode where we talk about Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
So excited. I haven't watched that in so long.
It's genuinely been at least 20 years for me with that one, maybe closer to 25, honestly. So I'm very, very excited about that too. Folks, we are the original unofficial fan podcast for Anne Rice's Immortal Universe. And while we are wrapping up our discussions about the Vampire Lestat, we're not going anywhere. We're going to go over to our sister show, A Flan Again. We're going to talk about Haunting of Hill House from Netflix. Very excited about that.
Are you scared, Joel?
I am. Listen, somebody posted that they watched the first episode. I did watch it way back in the day when it first came out. And so I have seen it. I have not seen it twice, though. I have only seen it the once. And I do remember having the shit scared out of me more than a time or two. So
I've watched it at least a dozen times. At least.
So when we get to somewhere down the road, when we get to The Haunting of Bly Manor, I have not seen that at all yet. So that'll be my first time there. But Haunting of Hill House. Good. I'm so excited to not only discuss this with you, but I'm excited to have your brother on. Your brother's going to join us for those episodes too.
Yeah, my baby brother is going to be on with us. I'm so excited. He and I have had so many conversations about Hill House. Like, it is one of our favorite things, like mutual fit. We both love it so much, and we have had so many conversations. So I'm so excited to have that kind of sibling connection and to be able to bring that into the podcast. Is going to be super fun.
It's going to be really good. If you're a patron, you will get all of those Flan Again episodes right there in your feed. No bother for you. If you're on YouTube, you can get those episodes. They'll pop up on our YouTube feed as well. If you are listening to the show anywhere else as a regular podcast, make sure that you're subscribed to Flan Again so you'll get our new episodes of that when it starts launching in 2 weeks. All right. Until the next time we talk to you.
That man is busy. We stay busy following his ass.
Yeah, right. Look, we're going to be late for his next show. We're going to get to Carrie. We're going to get there like 3 weeks late. And also, we've got a Clayface this fall and something in the spring. Exorcist is next year.
Exorcist, yeah.
It's like, Mike, what are you doing? Meanwhile, George R. R. Martin still ain't wrote that book.
Why'd you get my blood pressure up like that, Joel? I was feeling groovy.
Because I knew I could, Ashley. Oh, all right. Until the next time we talk to you, we have been your hosts. I'm Joel.
I'm Ashley.
And we are the Articulate Coven.
Thank you for sharing this time with the Articulate Coven. Support the show as either a free or paid member at articulatecoven.com/join. You can also find us on YouTube, Spotify, and wherever you listen to podcasts. Find more from the Coven with our sister show, Flan Again, covering the works of Mike Flanagan.